my gut feelings say this came from the same factory in China as the other pumps come from. So it's just the packaging and it's a preference. If you like the better packaging with aluminum cases and stuff, good for you, buy it. You spend a little more money, but we all have to find out what's best for us. And you noticed, I go on the bike now and I plug it in. I didn't need to start it up or put on the ignition, and it wouldn't have worked even on that 12-volt outlet on this bike. So this is going now literally directly to the battery. So it's going to be 4 minutes of noise. And when that is done, we come back and continue. I just realized I forgot something. I forgot to put the valve in. And also this pump is working not as hard now, even though I'm not sure if that makes a big difference with this kind of deal. But anyway, that helped. Whew. So don't be scared that they make a lot of noise, but I like this unit. It's sitting there cooling off and it doesn't get too hot. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is going to do like this guy. So I'm going to be prepared with a little tip here that I'm going to screw in. And what I always do, it's almost like a ritual. I don't know if it's just what I'm used to. I did this first in 1852. Take it into the moat and just clean it. Because just a little dust or something here, that's a little valve. That's a little gasket sitting around there. So don't swallow. Gosh. I got a lot of pressure in here. And that's another thing when you take it out, you know, when you take out the valve and you have air in, remember to receive that guy, if not you want to just shoot away. So I'm going to lose a little air while I'm doing that now, but that's okay. I have more air. So now I got it in, it's sitting there, so it's just a little air going out, and then I take this guy here, yippee, and then I go around. Not always it works, but it's good every time it works. And one of my favorite little gadget that I got from a friend, one of my clients, oops, I forgot to take yellow tape on that one. That comes from my HP2 kit. It's Road Gear. They make this little gauge, it's digital, and it also can measure the depth of your tread. So right now, my depth here on the side is, what is it? Say in inches and millimeters, 10.5 millimeter. Something that can be good to have when you travel and you want to learn about a new tire. And it's no on and off button. You just take it there, stick it, 21.0, and then it just go off by itself. And you can bleed on the other side there. So I need to put more air in. But I'm not going to do that now. I can do that after I put the tire on. Just take that off. And again, what was the drill? Well, not much to it. I'm going to do it real fast because you've seen this before. You don't need to see it again. I have everything here on my axle that I need. Here's the end piece. This goes on the end. Here's that little shim. Put that there. And then I remember that the bike is sitting like this, so it might start tipping one way, so I should be very careful now because I'm adding weight to it. So I go in here, nothing happening on this side. I don't need any shim because that is built into the axle, so to speak. And I put the shim on to the other side. All right. Then I take the bolt on. And life is good again. We're ready to go. So what I'm going to do now, just put together these parts, start with the sensor, put the sensor in. Then I'm going to, well, I should tighten up the axle first. These screws here, tighten them up. Take the sensor, tighten up. Then put on the mud guard, the little adapter kit that from Touratech. If you don't have that, all you need to think about is just take the sensor on. And then I'm going to put on And I can start showing that because that's kind of the first thing, that is the last thing I did. Where in the heck did I put this? So, as I said, I want to use the opportunity to watch the brake pads. They look very good. Well, it's a brand new bike, but I would never leave home without having extra brake pads. Weekend trip, sure, no worries. But on our tours around the world with Globe Riders, we met other people that was out traveling. We always tell people to bring brake pads, so it's usually not a big issue. But we met other people and helped them out that were stranded because they didn't have brake pads. They were just worn down. And if you come in a pinch, you can do like what we did in China one time. Everybody from Shanghai going to Beijing, it was the first tour, first week of riding of a 65-day trip, everybody had worn out their brake pads. We went through a mining town where they had like, must be in a lot of dust, it was raining, and it just grind them up, just like that. And several of us didn't have it because 2 years before I'd done the same tour and I didn't need brake pads, and I thought, I don't need to carry that. Well, I learned the hard way. But then we got some guy, we are in China after all, and he made us new brake pads. So don't throw away the metal piece because you can always get somebody to fix it. And anyway, so it's easy here, just put them on. And you can't go wrong with this. It's just bolts and it's nothing technical to it more than just get it in place and match up the holes and off you go. Try the right way. And then you wonder how much you tighten something like this. Well, I just go in a good position. Yeah, that sounds good. That's like 21 click Newton meter. But you know, you can look in your manual and stuff and get the right numbers. And I think you can actually buy some torque wrenches and stuff that is pretty small these days. I just never worried about it. Okay, so that's it for fixing a flat. I'm going to take care of here, tightening up the rest one. But I just want to thank you for watching this part of it, which I think is probably the most important part of the freedom for a motorcyclist. You go on back roads, and if you don't know how to do that, that's no fun. I mean, it just gives you so much more self-confidence having done that a couple of times and knowing how to deal with it. And it's the same in the back. You've seen how I changed tire there. It's no more different. It's just taking off the tire again and fix the inner tube and carry extra inner tubes. That's all I can say. So thank you for watching.